So any image of self, any image of this one, whether I think it's a great one, whether I think I'm not good at something, any image of self gets in the way of the flow and actually takes this one out of the flow. So if I label this as whatever, that label takes me out of the flow.
Right.
In reality, there is no way out of the flow. It's just that I act out of the flow.
Yes.
I am always in the flow. Everything and everybody is constantly in the flow.
Yes.
But if we think we're not, right, or if we're preoccupied with thoughts about whatever it is that's going on, then that becomes our reality.
So it's the sense of the I, or the identification as me or something or mine, that actually keeps me separate from that creates the duality, that keeps me separate from the flow.
Yes.
And no matter how much I try to flow, it's never going to be really flow, because it's going to be me imposing my limited boundaries of the ego onto.
But there is the I and there is the flow. So there are two things that I'm trying to merge.
Yes.
But in reality, here's the thing with Zen and Aikido. In Zen, what we're doing is, we sit and, in Buddhism in general, in meditation, right? What we're doing is we sit and we don't move and we get in touch with that which has always been this way. The Buddha never invented anything. He just realized.
Yes.
He realized, right? But the continuity or the constancy or the impermanence, right, or whatever we call it, has always been this way.
Right.
Will always be this way.
Right.
The fact that we are not in touch with it doesn't change it.
Right.
It changes our lives, but it doesn't change it. Now in Aikido, what we're doing is learning. It's more like learning to get out of the way rather than learning to invent anything, right? And then we know that with time and practice, we actually do less.
Absolutely, yeah.
Do less, and we realize I don't have to work so hard.
Yeah, right.
I just, been working too hard on this, trying to really push this to make it happen.
Right.
Like, I don't have to work so hard.
Yeah.
I can but it requires trust. It requires trust, because before I can actually allow this to move me, I have to trust it. So what do I trust first? I trust my muscles, right? I trust what I know. But I don't know yet that there is something else I can trust. Right? So I put my trust in my physical body.
In what I know. Yeah.
In what I know, exactly.
Which will take us far, but it will never take us into the unknown, because it's still in the realm of the known.
Exactly.
And we're embedding our trust into something that's very egoic.
Yes. Even if I get stronger, right? Even if I get stronger.
Especially if you get stronger.
Right. And then, of course, I'm going to meet somebody who's stronger sooner or later.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And then I'm going to be crushed.
Yeah, right.
It's like, what happened to my Aikido?
Well, and that's a good point, because sometimes we, especially probably for men, we do need to get crushed, or we do need to fall from grace. We need to kind of have a big fall to kind of wake up. It's like, wow, okay, this was a dead end, this path I was following.
Yes, exactly. We do need to feel crushed. But again, that's the point. And this is in a way upaya.
Yeah. Right?
It can be, because if I know how to move from there and use it correctly, right? So, and in a way, plant, as Suzuki Roshi said, the weeds of the mind, he said, they're good as long as you know to pull the weeds and plant them next to the plant, right? And they nourish, they nurture.
Beautiful.